YouTube bans links in Shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
YouTube will be making links posted in Shorts, comments, descriptions, and live feeds. What? What? YouTube is no longer allowing links posted in Shorts, comments, descriptions, and live feeds in order to protect users from malware, phishing, and other scams. YouTube says that they plan to give creators a new space on their channel profile to post important links insofar as they follow community guidelines. And I believe we've received some communication about this. I don't know if there's if the screenshot that I saw is actually posted in any of the links that we have. So I think this might be some internal communication that we have. But it seems like they're actually planning on following up with that like pretty quickly. So there's going to be an official mechanism for having a link attached that the creator attaches as long as it follows certain guidelines. But yeah, YouTube says that the number of channels removed for impersonation increased by 35% in the first quarter of this year, while comments held back by YouTube's filter for potential spam and inappropriate comments increased by 200% since its strictness was increased in June. JP also says, I can report that the Clips channel is still getting multiple profile pictures with butts in them every time we post a video.
I mean, personally, kind of a fan.
Why not?
Why not have it? No, okay, they're bots. They're bots.
Almost every darn time. I bet you that's true.
I think there are people tacky enough to have a nude butt in their
There's
profile
got to
picture.
be some of them.
Yeah.
But
horny on main.
Yeah, it's going to be a bot most of the time. This move is likely to be an issue for small creators who make most of their money from revenue streams outside of YouTube. Unless the link follows community guidelines. Like, I'm sure if we had a link that was to LTT store, it would actually follow the guidelines.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think that there is a little bit of context kind of missing here. So here's a Twitter thread that I thought was particularly instructive. Wait, why did I bring Twitch chat back? Why did I even do that? It's like a reflex. Whenever I set up my screen, I just set up all my things. No, Twitch chat, you're done. You're done for the day. You're in timeout. So Hipio says, YouTube is removing linking from Shorts. This is a huge problem for tech YouTube and will kill many channels. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that. I think kill many channels is probably a little bit alarmist, but...
Sorry, one sec. Can I interject?
You sure can.
It's actually somewhat important.
What you're referring to as Linux is in fact GNU/Linux or as whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
The screwdriver on Amazon.ca is not sold by us.
Oh. Okay,
it's sold by a third-party reseller called Poppy Store. Even if you did want to buy it for $230, which you shouldn't do, apparently there are issues where they're not necessarily getting fulfilled and stuff. So
okay, so don't buy that one.
It might literally just be a scam. So I thought it was more clear back in the day that it came from a reseller. It's like very small fine text under the add to cart on the right-hand side. So be careful about that. I don't shop on Amazon anymore, so I didn't know to look for that. But it was pointed out by Handyman and probably some other people as well in Flipline chat.
Nick probably messaged me.
Thank you for pointing that out.
He did. Good job, Nick. So, still no official response from Team YouTube and YouTube Liaison. The change needs to stop or be amended to allow verified creators to post links. This is literally the worst change ever. Renee Ritchie, former tech YouTuber, now YouTube Liaison, basically replied saying, okay, been responding all day. I've been a tech YouTuber since 2008. I feel this category acutely. I totally get that it complicates things for sponsors and affiliates, but it's also the same now as Instagram Reels and TikTok, and creators have been able to work on those platforms for years already. But here's the thing. Here, this is a really good point from Lon Seidman. Renee, what happened to my laptop? Renee, how does equating YouTube to Reels and TikTok have any relevance to this discussion? I consider them subpar compared to YouTube, especially from a revenue perspective. That's the thing, YouTube.
Hey, Lon's on Flipline, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's the thing, YouTube. You can't just point at other crap platforms that have crap monetization policies for creators and say, well, that's how they do it. You guys are the leader in the space. It's on you guys to figure out a better path forward. What TikTok is now our shining example of how to engage with the creator community? No.
Yeah, really.
You are supposed to be. You were the chosen one. Don't screw this up. Not being able to link on your content is bad. Alan Mandic says TikTok and Instagram creators will tell you they want those platforms to be more like YouTube. Nobody wants it the other way around, because what it does is it basically trashes the conversions and the effectiveness of your library of back catalog content. And that has been YouTube's message to creators over the years. I mean, I can't say decades yet because we're not quite there yet, but pretty much since the beginning, decade and a half at this point, YouTube has said, build evergreen content, make great evergreen content, and viewers will come. And that's what we're doing. You can't rip away one of the tools that we have to monetize it. So yeah, I don't necessarily agree that this will suddenly kill channels. But then, you know what? Before I triple down on saying something that's potentially wrong, I will have to admit that I don't know a ton about monetization in the shorts space. I do know that AdSense is not particularly significant. So yeah, maybe sponsors on those individual shorts are a huge part of how these folks keep their heads above water, in which case everything I just said times some multiplier of importance then. This is a really bad thing. You can't be like TikTok and Instagram. If anything, I think that YouTube needs to adopt an even more permissive approach to linking for trusted accounts. Like, I know that this is not popular at YouTube. I get it. Having trusted accounts feels like all of a sudden they're the arbiters of, what is truth. And I know there's a lot of sensitivity around that, even if at times they have taken a position, like with, moon landing or like flat earth conspiracy videos or whatever the case may be. But you can't tell me that some random just created account should have the right to post, their Telegram phone number in my comments, but an established content creator with an account that's been on the platform for over 10 years with thousands and thousands of videos with literal billions of views, shouldn't have a higher level of trust to the point where, no, I can just post a link. With that said, from a security standpoint, large accounts can be hijacked, can be breached.
All the time.
Happens all the time. And so we've got to look at this from YouTube's perspective as well. I've run through what I think are a pretty solid set of mitigations that they could put in place for that. I don't know how much, if any of it has been implemented or is even being worked on at this time. It's not something that I've really had the time or wherewithal to follow up since then. But I don't think, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't really think that's a valid excuse. Fix the account breaches. Because locking down our inability to, link to LTX Expo in the description of a short, for example, where we announce LTX Expo, that ain't the solution. And I don't
maybe allow it for accounts with advanced Google account security, because that is a thing that you can turn on.
Sure. Yeah, but create a path, like create a valid way to deal with this. Yeah. I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I said some other things in the chat earlier, but maybe
this is a bit off topic, but I think you should check in on the pin sales. You just take a little peep.
Are people memeing?
Help me.
You know what's really funny is I think it was last WAN show that I was talking about our independence as a media outlet and how powerful it is that I can just say buy screwdrivers and people will buy screwdrivers. I think what I'm discovering is the most powerful thing I can say is don't buy them.
Yeah. Test post, please ignore. Most clicked on post ever. It's the same type of thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's on the that's actually a thing on the forum.
Yeah.
The traffic was wild.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I had a couple things in here. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Okay, aside from just being allowed to post links, I have an open case with YouTube right now over the way that creator comments on your own video are not elevated properly. So I sent them a screenshot showing how on the Quad FX video, the person who lent the board to us responded to some of the things in the video, some valid critique, some I don't agree with, or it didn't match our experience with the board, or whatever else. The point is that person posted a bunch of stuff, big block of text, had a bunch of upvotes, and I responded to it. Inline kind of responded to everything that was said. On mobile, my response was not only below the fold, but it was actually not visible. There was no see all button that was present, so that I thought my comment wasn't showing on my own channel. So I have to whip out my laptop. I'm like camping. I pull out my laptop and go, okay, because it's got 1,000 upvotes or something like that. So I wanted to respond to it so people were at least seeing that we're dealing with it. And no, I was below the fold. It was posted, but it was like way down. And I'm looking at it going, holy shit, you guys. Under my comment is just this barrage of comments from people who obviously had no awareness whatsoever that I responded to it. That's important. When there's something in the content that creates a really strong community reaction and the creator responds to it, that response needs to have visibility. You can't just bury it below the fold. And I've noticed a number of things like this. For example, like when I heart a comment, that doesn't necessarily mean that it will get any kind of prominence. So, if someone asks a question like, oh, did you guys remember to turn off debounce? Say for example on the Filthy Frank, mouse video. No, we didn't. So then what I would like to be able to do is heart that question, heart my response to it, and make sure that as people scroll down into the comments,
they see it for sure.
Thinking, oh, maybe they will just see that. But it doesn't work. And you know what the really funny thing is about it? Is I will go on other creators' videos where it's like something really controversial, or it's right after they did something really stupid and they're like kind of canceled right now. And it'll all just be their hearted comments. Because I know that creators use these tools to suppress backlash and criticism.
Yeah. If you heart so many things, it just like carpets the entire comment section.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once again, I'm saying, look, I can see that obviously there is the potential for abuse with these tools, but I also need to be able to guide people to information. I mean, you took away my ability to annotate videos. I can't put a text box on something anymore that says, oh, hey, just so you know, we did have debounce at the lowest setting. I can't do that anymore. So what am I supposed to do now then? I can't even make sure that if I respond to something, people have any hope of seeing it.
Yeah.
And I know this isn't quite the same thing, but it is along the same lines where I expect longtime creators to be able to build trust with the platform. That's what I'm asking for.
Would you prefer another button? So you can have like a heart one, which maybe it boosts it a bit, but it's mostly a communication of like creator-like, and another one where it's like, I'm pinning someone else's thing.
That's tough because that's what heart is already supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
so you just want heart to work the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, I just want heart to actually work. That would be great.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, man, I had this one time we collaborated with someone and they left a comment. I hearted it. And nobody could see it. It didn't get like any upvotes.
Can you pin? Because I know you can pin something.
Well, we might have a sponsor and we might have an obligation to pin the sponsor.
So you can only pin one thing?
Yeah, you can only pin one thing.
Got it.
So it's really frustrating.
Yeah.
And yeah, this creates attack vectors for bad actors. Not every creator even has your best interests at heart, right?
Oh,
like, oh man,
yeah.
I heard from Buddy. The gambling expose creator.
Yeah.
Their name is apparently pronounced Jeff. So, yeah, so that's a thing that I learned from their Twitter profile.
I don't even think there was a J.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's no J in GOFF either.
Oh.
Mind you. Oh boy, we're gonna get spicy.
Are we?
That's not Jeff. That's Geoff.
Geoff.
Sorry.
I always say it Geoff in my head.
100%. Anyway, oh shoot, what were we talking about? Oh crap, this is really bad.
Guff.
Anyway, I heard from Jeff. Right. And he was saying that he wanted to clarify something because I had used the word betting kind of interchangeably with gambling.
Okay.
And he's like, it's not betting because there's no, there's no contest that you are putting money on. You are just gambling.
I didn't really.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
So he drew a distinction,
Yeah,
and
sure.
he also wanted to flag that it's like a huge percentage of creators that are participating in this stuff, and like he's done some undercover. You know what? I finally signed into my Twitter account on here, so I actually have the DMs right there. Okay, so there was a couple of things that he wanted to clarify. One, it's not betting, but pure online slot games that we're talking. We're talking roulette, slots, stuff like that. The most addictive form of gambling.
Oh, so this would be the differentiation with something like poker?
Yeah.
I'm assuming?
And they promote it as
Got
a
it.
way to upgrade your skins, which is basically to get rich. Two, YouTube is also plagued. The content creators, as you can imagine, they'll play and they'll promote it, but also directly in YouTube AdSense. The very video that he made exposing the issue had ads popping up for the websites he was attacking,
And I wonder if CPM goes up for that.
which is wild.
Because if that's in the financial bracket, your CPM is going to be cranked.
And he's really frustrated because he says he's tried every possible way to get in touch with YouTube, and he's either too small or they're willingly ignoring this. I've asked him to send me an email, and I will escalate it to my contacts. It is against their TOS. And so he says right now, 80+% of the creators, some with 2 to 3 million subscribers, are uploading full videos dedicated to this stuff, like gambling a sponsored balance on slot games, etc. And they send everyone to join them. They use promo codes. Anyway, he's like real upset about this and should be because it's really crap in summary. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update from Jeff on that.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm just looking at who you're responding to in Floatplane chat. Noki. One. Yeah, that looks really, really familiar. I think I see.
Yeah,
tweets from
it's the
Noki all the time.
No, it's the timestamp guy.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up, Noki?
Yeah. Anyways,
I was like, I see this name all the time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know the profile pic.
it's just
I have like a really visual kind of memory.
It's the out of context
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, if you saw it in YouTube comments,
Oh, yeah,
you'd
no question.
immediately, yeah. Even if it was like a different comment, I'm sure you'd
Hilarious.
get it
Do we
immediately.
comp Noki's Floatplane subscription?
Well, I don't think so, which I don't know if you saw that message.
didn't.
I said, by the way, contact customer support and
Oh.
screenshot this message. We'll
Okay,
give you
you're
free
on it.
float plane. Yeah, because the second I saw him in here, I was like, holy crap, is Noki paying for float plane? Like, that should not be a thing.
Yeah, no, we got you.
So, yeah, we'll handle that. No
Okay,
problem.
just making sure.
Yeah.
Cool.